Michael Warren is a staff writer for the Weekly Standard. I think it was an understatement, Michael, when I said that we're in for a wild ride and to strap yourself in.
Yeah, I kind of can't believe what I just saw. But then again, I've been following this election the whole time, so maybe I should just believe, everything that,
well, what part
that could possibly happen.
What part did you just can't believe that you just saw and don't believe or whatever?
Yeah, well, I know I'm at a loss for words. I mean, Chris Christie endorsing Donald Trump, I think, is really big because he's a sitting governor. He's the first sitting governor. He's basically the biggest high-profile endorsement that Trump has received. And I'm just kind of amazed to see that. I'm interested to see how Chris Christie defends Donald Trump and so many of the statements that I can't imagine, having followed Chris Christie on the trail, that he would defend. I mean, Chris Christie talks eloquently about what happened on 9/11. Is he going to defend what Donald Trump said, that essentially George W. Bush was at fault for what happened on 9/11? Chris Christie talks about, why Planned Parenthood doesn't deserve a dime of taxpayer funding. Is he going to defend Trump essentially saying, well, that funding is only 3% goes to abortions, the rest of it is great? I mean, there's a lot here that Trump has said that Christie now, as a sitting governor, has to defend, and I don't know how he's going to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting because immediately when I saw that endorsement, I had the same reaction. I was like, wow. And then also, I was wondering back in my head for the debates, did they ever attack each other? And I don't think that they really did. So who knows? Maybe Christie wants to be Attorney General. I'm not sure. Maybe he wants nothing. But it's interesting because they were asked today at that joint press conference, and I'm going to jump ahead, producers, to the second thing here. They were asked about these civil cases being lobbed against Trump for Trump University. And Trump and Christie both got combative with reporters, Christie supporting Trump. Listen to this.
It's a civil case. I've won much of it. Excuse me, Sarah. I've won much of it.
Excuse me. Listen. It's a complete. You're setting up a question that you're trying to. No. Let me finish. You're trying to equate a civil lawsuit against him with the mishandling of classified information that could put American national security at risk. It's ridiculous.
All right, so there you have it. I mean, the Tell It Like It Is campaign, which was Chris Christie's slogan, and Make America Great Again, a lot of people think that they're very similar, and you saw that combative nature, and what he was talking about at the end, of course, was Hillary Clinton's legal problems. So how does this take the wind out of the sails, Michael, of Marco Rubio having what many people deemed to be an excellent debate last night, where for the first time, he really actually came out and was combative with Donald Trump?
Well, the degree to which it takes the wind out of the sails of that story is up to you and me. I mean, I really think that we should press hard Chris Christie on what he just said, on defending Trump University. I mean, this was essentially not a university at all. It didn't have any teachers. It didn't have any buildings or books that defrauded people, and people are now suing about that out of, $36,000 to attend something that didn't exist.
Right.
Now Chris Christie has to defend that, and I think that it's up to those of us in the media to really press not just Donald Trump on these things, but now his most high-profile surrogate. I just think that Donald Trump's clearly rattled by what happened last night. That's why you roll out this big endorsement to take away the news cycle.
But that's exactly what he's a master at. He's a master at taking the wind out of the sails of Marco Rubio by having this in his back pocket to come out and change the media, the narrative today. I want to go back, though, to what Rubio was continuing on from last night in his attacks on Donald Trump. Let's listen to a little bit more of Rubio, where he's calling Trump now a con artist. This is from today.
What will the conservative movement be like if the front runner in this race right now, Donald Trump, is put in charge of the conservative movement? So last night we had a chance to talk about that. It's time to pull his mask off so that people can see what we are dealing with here. What we are dealing with here, my friends, is a con artist. He is a con artist.
Okay, so he's continuing on now, but a lot of people, Michael, are saying, where was this Marco Rubio the last 3-4 months?
Yeah, look, it's a good question, and it may be too little too late for Marco Rubio. And what just happened here with Trump's, 30 minutes speech that, everybody's carrying for the entire time, I mean, is indicative of how much of an uphill battle it is for anybody who wants to take on Donald Trump. And I think Trump knows that, which is, again, why he rolled this out, because he realized, you know, what a potentially fatal night he had last night to his sort of air of inevitability. And so,
Yeah.
look, I think it's worth it to discuss a little more in detail about the things that Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and others have raised about Donald Trump.
We're going to attempt to do that. Michael Warren, thanks.